It's not always easy out there. We're having some hard days. The hard days can seem more and more available, and the good days can seem in short supply. I find that some people are really talking more and more about the COVID fatigue. Now, we're all fatiguing. Our brains aren't doing good. We've been talking about this since last March. It's catching up with us in different ways at different times. And if this is one of those times for you, something that's really common is a sense of lack of hope, losing our hope, hopelessness, despair. It's hard to keep moving forward. We're tired. We're sick of these restrictions. We're sick of hearing about COVID and vaccines and the economy, American politics, global politics. We're exhausted. Our brains are exhausted. Our bodies are exhausted. Our spirits are exhausted. And with that, it can be very, very hard to maintain a sense of hope. But here we are. And there's two key things that we need to challenge ourselves on. 2 points for us to meditate on, to think on, to be diligent for. Number 1, we need to be alive in the world that we are living in. We're living in a world where social media exists. We're living in a world where there are restrictions, where there is mass uncertainty, confusion, difficulty trusting the authority over us. We are in this world. We're in this situation. And we need to be alive in this world. We can't shut off. We can't hide under a rock. We can't just give up on all of the electronics. We can't give up on the people around us. We cannot cocoon, completely isolate. We just can't. It's not going to work. It's not going to work for us. It's not going to work for our neighbor. Isolation is the enemy of mental health. All right? You know I'm going to say that one, right? So we can't give up. We need to be alive. It's okay to partake of apps. It's okay to partake of social media. It's okay to have boundaries with these things. All of those things are okay. It's the being alive thing that is really key to meditate on, to be challenged on, to consider how you are alive in the world that you are living in. And then number 2, hope. Once we can determine and commit to being alive in this world, it's scary, we're allowed to be afraid, but here we are alive in it, then we also can be challenged to maintain, to find, to pursue hope. Without hope, what do we have? Viktor Frankl, he talks about survival, and the key to survival is meaning, that we can see something in front of us and that we can see something beyond. I don't know if there's a light at the end of this tunnel coming anytime soon. But for me, what I meditate on, what I focus on, is creating milestones, creating goals and opportunities to pursue and keep myself in check for my own hope. A source of meaning, a source of faith. These things are vital to my hope journey. All right, these 2 things. This is where it's at, people. Be alive in the world that we're living in, number 1. And number 2, don't lose hope. If you're struggling with your hope, reach out, have a conversation with somebody that you love and trust. All right? Get grounded in previous literature, songs, inspirations, scripture, church, synagogue. Come on, you guys. Hope is really key right now. Let's get through this. Let's help our hearts feel good here, because here we are.